Carrie Cordy. It is Friday, January 5th, 2018, and that's what I'm wearing today. So for everybody on the East Coast, sorry, it's a rainy, windy day here. Not raining right now, but it's not really that cold. So, I'm gonna try to quit smoking. As people who regularly watch this, I'm usually smoking in my videos. I'm a heavy smoker. I've been smoking a pack a day, and it would be more if I bought more than one pack a day. I have a problem, because when I smoke a cigarette, I end up smoking them in chains of like 2 to 4. It's really bad, and I love to smoke when I drive. I don't say I would love it. I need to learn how to fill the hours of my day again with the things I need to do, like a little bit of cleaning up around my place. And I've been doing that yesterday, and even when I woke up this morning, I did a little bit of cleaning, which is a bit unusual for me because I wake up and just kind of putter around a little bit and then, you know, use the shitter and then smoke some cigarettes. And you know, I'm getting back into it, and it's a difficult journey. And I knew it would be. I started smoking when I quit drinking, and I quit drinking on March 26th of 2015, so I'm coming up on 3 years of sobriety from alcohol. Like, I've been a marijuana smoker. I'm in the process of quitting that, even though I messed up a few times. And weed is another thing I like, but I just use it way too fucking much. It's the same thing with cigarettes, really. When I wake up and I have my first cigarette and then have that first hit of weed, it just becomes a habit throughout the day until I get like burned out from both of them. And then in my evenings, I'm just, you know, not smoking or anything because I'm just sick of it. And, you know, like with weed, it comes a point where you're not really getting stoned anymore. You're just keeping yourself from coming down. And, you know, I have to admit, whether it was alcohol, cigarettes, weed, coming down is kind of scary for me for some reason. I think that's an interesting area to kind of explore within myself. Oh, there was something else I was wanting to talk about, and at the moment it just kind of slips my mind. So I'm just kind of gonna let my thoughts wander and see what happens, which is usually what I do with these videos. Oh, I remember. So I decided to go back yesterday and watch my videos from the beginning, from the first postings. And they really helped me because I was in a pretty dark mode again. I had visited a friend a few days ago, and then within an hour or so of leaving, you know, some things at the store, and, you know, just total downward fucking spiral. I mean, it was fast, it was out of nowhere, and, you know, my dear friend, and I had another friend messaging me too, and the both of them really helped me. They really did. And yeah, it meant a lot. You helped me. So I want people that see this, please go watch my Journey Out of Hell male to female transition video too. The clip that I show in there is from, I think it's August 29th of 2015. And God, I forgot how deep my puberty voice was. Holy fucking shit. You know, I once recently, like about a month ago, I showed a friend of mine what the puberty voice was, and, you know, I didn't even get through 2 words before there's like, oh my God, that freaks me out, stop it. And even that that I did, you know, I'm really not able to reach that puberty voice like I used to. And when I first started, you know, my own kind of vocal therapy, because I don't have a vocal therapist, and I do want one. But, you know, I read stories about that if you do it a certain way, you're going to lose the lower register of your voice. And that did bother me at the time. Now, God, I don't know what the fuck I was worried about. It was kind of like when I first realized that I was attracted to men. You know, I was like, what the fuck was I scared of? Speaking of being attracted to men, it's really kind of becoming apparent now that I'm really not attracted to women physically. I'll think about having sex with a woman if I'm going through a mild mania episode, which I've mentioned before, like in the very first episode of the video that I showed, is that when I get a bad mania episode, I go through hypersexuality. And so when I can kind of feel that kind of coming up and I'm getting hornier than normal, you know, there aren't any guys that I would feel safe having sex with, and there's not really any opportunities other than going on like a Craigslist or some dating site and, you know, getting that fuck. And like I said in a few videos ago, I'm just not into that. You know, I want somebody that I trust. And, you know, just that I need that trust. And you know, and I don't, you know, I'd like it to be something more, but the thing is right now, I don't need it to be more, you know. But it's really interesting. You know, it's been, you know, that when I watch a porn video, you know, that the stuff that would have usually got to me doesn't anymore. And that's weird. It's weird for me, but it makes sense. It really does. It makes sense. So I'm on the search for something more. You know, I would like to be in a relationship, but it has to be, you know, I have to be able to connect with them emotionally. It just can't be a physical thing. And as difficult as that journey is and is going to be, and wherever it ends up, it is wherever it ends up. But you know, I'm ready. I've been thinking about how I viewed sex in my previous life. You know, the previous life couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And, you know, had this kind of religious tainted view on it, that it always means something. Sex isn't just sex. And now that I know differently, you know, there are all sorts of degrees to it. And it really was nothing like I was led to believe it was, or it was supposed to be. I don't want to say nothing like it, because there's truth in everything, but there's also lies in a lot of things too. Or misperceptions, I should say. And, you know, thank you for leaving some comments. I do enjoy that, and I do like to kind of respond to them quickly, because honestly, my life is filled with enough time that I really can respond to these things quickly. I do spend a bit of my day kind of trying to get it filled, which makes it easier to smoke cigarettes and think about smoking weed. And that's not really good. I'm still struggling for a job. I'm still waiting to hear back from the golf resort, and you know, this other delivery job is just, there's not going to be work this week. Today I owe $220 to my landlords. And I have enough money to put just a little bit of gas in my car. This is scary. This is really, it's scary. I've also been, you know, looking around at news a little bit here and there, and I like getting involved with more of the world news and getting a perspective that's really kind of outside of these United States. And I also like to get the perspective of the news within the United States, and it's a really good challenge for me to see the different kind of pain people are in all over the world. I've been trying my hardest, and really I think I'm getting very successful in my endeavor and my efforts to get outside of my problems, get outside of my perspective. There is so much pain everywhere. So, you know, I do believe in God, and I do pray and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, I don't know if I've revealed it here or not, but I pretty much am praying in my heart in one form or another the majority of my day. I really, really am. And it helps. Because, you know, I'm always trying to center myself. I'm always trying to be honest with myself. Am I being selfish? Am I wasting efforts? Am I wasting time? Am I wasting money? You know, there are higher answers and higher questions out there that I'm searching for. And I have to be willing to admit that I'm wrong. And even questioning if I'm on some kind of right path or not. Because I don't want to leave this world without having tried my best to find out in every single way I can. Am I a good person? Is my heart true? I really hope that my heart isn't after manipulation. Because I would hate to find that out. That is a fear. I do have fears that I would find out I'm a manipulator, or find out that I would enjoy such things. But psychologically, the fact that I'm questioning these things brings about a higher likelihood that I do not hold these things dear. That since I'm willing to look at it, these aren't things that are important to me. And these are things more along the lines that I abhor, and truly so. But that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to look at these things. You know, I really recently had a conversation with somebody I never really thought I would talk to again. I ain't gonna bring it up here or nothing like that, because I really hope that this person would watch this video and see that when I'm talking, I'm worried about my own progress. And I sent you a link for my very first video, because you accused me of some things. And I understand why you did. Absolutely, I do. Absolutely. But I hope that you realize that this isn't about you, man. It never was. This was about me getting over my anger from my past, which you were involved in. And, you know, I could make some more comments and all things like that, but truly, dude, this is my journey, and I'm sharing it. Anyway, oh my God, it's been 15 minutes. Well, 14 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm gonna wrap this up. You know, when I do that, whenever you see me pause, it's not because I have anything planned. It's just I'm desperately seeking for something that might be meaningful, and then not finding anything and just opening my mouth and seeing what happens. So, I don't know, I'll just say something like, and all the ifs together decided that they were not friends. All the whats of life, they came to an end. Everybody opened their eyes, everybody tried to see. Everybody else, in one way or another, is just like me.